Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Academy of Internal Audit. So as you know, we are preparing a series called Success Stories for to meet our recently qualified CFEs. So today we have with us Parag Kate CFE with us to share his views and his insights to which will be helpful for all of his fellow CFEs aspirants. So just to introduce, Parag is a BCom by qualification and is also pursuing Chartered Accountancy course. And right now he is on the final level of CFE exams and has also completed one of the final group as well. And now studying for the second group, right? And as far as professional experience is concerned, after completion of the articleship, now Parag is associated with Thakur and Associates, which is a forensic audit firm. They are into the due diligence and the other forensic audits and internal audit also. And Parag is associated as a consultant in Mumbai with the Thakur and Associates. Right. So Parag, first of all, many
Yes, sir.
many congratulations and
Thank you, sir.
wish you all the very best of luck for your future career. So Parag,
Thank
how
you,
you
sir.
are feeling after becoming CFE?
So it's really great. This achievement actually feels something else because I know the value of this certification, what it carries in the specific field which I'm working. So it does carry a lot of value. So it feels good, clear CFE.
Right, very nice, Parag. So, Parag, just want to understand your strategy, how you prepared for the CFE, and what all things you have referred, and how much time you have taken to complete it, and what are the different struggles, what are the different challenges you have faced in
Right.
your entire journey.
So what happened was I knew about CFE and I wanted to pursue it since the beginning, since I'm working for almost a year in forensics. So I wanted to pursue this degree. So what happened was I contacted one of my friends, Aditya Kapade, who is also a student of yours, who also completed
Okay.
CFE before. So he guided me that you go and take these classes. It will be very helpful and you will be surely able to clear it. So I believed in him and then I contacted Aditi from your team. So my first question was, since I was short on time, I had set deadlines for myself in the beginning only because I had other commitments also. So I asked her, will I be able to complete it within a month? So she told me that there was a student who had cleared it in 45 days. So that gave me an assurance that okay, I will be also be able to clear it. Not 45 days at least. I'll try my best to complete it as soon as possible. So then I took your classes, then I saw your lectures, your notes specifically are so crisp. To bring the 2000 pages short examiner manual in just 300 pages is just fabulous. And it helped me to study and recollect all the concepts very well. So after watching your lectures, I used to note down all the examples which you used to give in the lectures, in the notes, so that when I revise and when I study for myself, I will be able to recollect the concept. So it helped a lot because the concepts and the examples which you gave were so clear. So it was very helpful to revise the entire course in a short period of time. So after completing the lectures, I took the mock test also, and in almost all the mock tests, I scored above 90. So it was a confidence booster for me that okay, I will be able to appear in the main exams now. So after that, even after registering for the main exams, I was a bit skeptical कि 2000 पेज है अपने 300 पेज prepare किया, so will it be sufficient or not? So just a day before the exam, I referred I don't remember which module, but I referred the fraud examiner, and there were a few pages which were not from what I had studied. So I was a bit
Okay.
nervous. Will this type of questions come in the exam or not? So I thought, let's not think about this. Let's just focus on what we have already studied. Let's believe in sir and give the exam. And to be very honest, none of the questions were uh, outside what we have studied. So it was a
Okay.
great thing. Hats off to you to concise the entire portion in 300 pages. And it was very much sufficient. None of the questions were outside what we have studied. There were a few new questions, but the concepts were the same. So it was quite helpful, your classes. So the technical difficulties which I faced during my exam was for the first time when I scheduled it, the first paper, financial transactions. So I had taken the system requirement test, which you need to take on your laptop a day before your exam. So in that, the system tells you whether your webcam is working or not, whether your internet speed is okay or not. So it was all okay. And on the day of exam, my webcam was not working. So I had to actually reschedule the exam. Though the proctors helped me in solving it via their own means, like restarting the computer, changing the settings of my laptop and everything. But it was not useful. So they told me that you'll have to reschedule the exam. So here I would like to give a tip to all the future CFEs that even before scheduling for the exam, you should take care of your laptop whether it is working or not. I would suggest do a few video calls from your laptop, whether your webcam is working or not. Even if the system requirement test tells that it is working, you should yourself first try and do some video calls. So that was the one thing that I noticed in my exam that I would like to, give a tip for the other CFEs. And other thing was that happened and during the second exam, uh, my internet connection got lost during
Lost.
half of the exam. So yeah, so I gave half of the paper, around 50-55 questions, and all of a sudden the exam stopped. So I was clueless because you are not supposed to move away from the. Am I visible, sir?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah. So during the exam, you are not allowed to move away from the camera's view. So I
Oh,
was sitting there for around 10-15 minutes that, okay, now I will be able to resume the exam. But it did not happen. Then I went and saw that my Wi-Fi was not working. So in around half an hour, the Wi-Fi connection came back, but it was too late. So I contacted the proctors and everything, but they told that you will have to again reappear for this. So the first two modules I faced these difficulties. So I was a bit nervous that how to proceed. Then I took my friend's laptop. Then what I did for Wi-Fi connection was I connected it because it is not in your hands to connect the Wi-Fi connection. The signal will come, then it will come. But if it goes, you can't do anything. So what I did was I connected my mobile hotspot also before starting the exam to the laptop, as well as my
okay.
mother's mobile hotspot and my father's mobile hotspot. So the reason behind this was if my Wi-Fi does not work, I will be having backup options, at least three of them available. So if one
True.
of the option is not working, then it can automatically switch to other option. So that was the motive. And then it was a sail through. Everything went fine. And like I expected, the results were also good.
Okay, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's very important to mention here that Prague has scored in 90s in all of the four modules, right? Very nice, Prague. He has got 95 in module 1, 91 in module 2, then 93 in module 3, and 90 in module 4. Really
Mhm.
appreciated Parag, and this
Yes,
this has happened because of the hard work and dedication which you have shown only, and the time which you have given while managing the best of your time. You are appeared for your C exam, and then you are planning to appear into the upcoming exam also. And in the intervening period, you thought that why don't grab a global certification, which will
right.
definitely will helpful in your professional career. And the insights and the challenges which you have shared with us is are really very important. That yes, anyone can face the challenges. You have two
Exactly.
options. Either you can give the exam from the comfort of your home, or you have to visit to a center where you have to appear into the exam. So if you have
Right.
the all of the sufficient infrastructure at home in terms of the laptop and the Wi-Fi and all other functionalities, if you have, you can go for the exam. But still, as it's a technical and technological based exam,
You
so obviously
cannot
there can be
guarantee
such
anything.
challenges. There is no guarantee. Yes. So as you mentioned that your internet got disconnected and then your camera was not working, yes, absolutely these kind of things can happen. So if you feel that your camera, your anything is not working up to the mark, then it's better to either to replace your infra or to switch to or to go to the center and appear into the exam.
Right.
It's really very nice. And the one more thing which you touched upon related to the 2000 pages book, right?
Right.
Even if we feel that kind of view that how it is possible to read only 200, 300 pages and forget about rest of the 1800 pages. So whether there will be any challenges or not. So you confirm that there was no such challenges.
No, that's
If your
would
concepts are
suggest
clear, the main
blindly
point
just
is
follow sir's notes because they are more than sufficient. Not even one question was such that I did not had studied before. If it might be, they might twist the questions, but the concept will remain the same. So there is no
absolutely.
doubt whatsoever.
Absolute. So if your concepts are clear, you will be in position to answer those questions, right?
Right.
So that's why I always say, do not just remember the question and answers. You have to understand the concepts, right? The question which have been marked, mentioned in the practice questions are not going to come directly. But yes, if you
Right.
have the comfort over all of those questions, you have very good knowledge of that concepts, then you will not be facing any challenge.
Correct.
Very nice, Parag. So this is really very important and some points which you have shared. So Parag, if there is anything else which you can share with your fellow CFE aspirants, which they need to take care while studying, or just to what are the do's and
Uh,
don'ts you would like to ask them actually?
So what I would suggest is while you watch the lectures, just don't listen to the lectures. Write down something in your notes because the examples which sir gave, those are really very important to revise the concepts in a short period of time. So that is one thing. So once after completing the lectures, once you open your book and start studying yourself, instead of seeing a blank book altogether, having written down something helps a lot. It gives you confidence that okay, I know the concept, I can recollect it very well. And the other thing which I would suggest is the technical issues which I faced. I wouldn't want it to be faced by any other student. It was my mistake, to be very honest. I should have taken the system requirements and I should have checked whether my laptop is working or not. And other thing is practice as many times as possible because I remember I had done almost 2 to 3 revisions before the exams. Even during the exams for 1.5 days, I had prepared every module twice. So I used to
Right.
study the chapter in 1 hour, and then I used to give the exams, give the practice questions. Then I used to move on to the next chapter. So that is the strategy I followed, and yes, it was very
Okay.
helpful. And thanks a lot
Very
to your
nice.
classes and also the support team. Even after every exam, I used to text Nidhi, okay, I cleared in this exam, cleared in this. So you used to motivate me, okay, you can do it, you can go for the next exam and everything. Even the technical difficulties which I faced, even while registering, yeah. So this is also an important, the 3 videos which you have shared, first step, second step, and third step in registering for the course, registering for the exam. That also helped a lot because it is an international course. So we are not used to, registering for these courses or making payment in international USDs, etc. So the step-wise guidance that you have shared in your videos was also a lot helpful for me to register
Very
for the.
nice. True, Parag. बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. And obviously, the intent behind those videos was actually so that no one else will be facing the problem. You should not enter, you should not mention any of the information which may create problem in the later time. So it's better that we should go through those videos and take all of those preventive steps, I would say, right?
Right.
So Parag, one thing I would like to ask, that some of the students, the students who have not joined us and normally used to ask and normally used to, this is the feedback which I am getting from our admin team. The students are just desiring for the practice questions. They said, just give us the practice questions. They would like to, remember, rat lena chahte hain unko, and then
Right.
they feel that they will be able to sit into the exam and pass the exam. What's your view on it?
That is not sufficient. And to be very honest, even I had that thought in my mind before even starting for studying this course. So the thing is, when you see 2000 pages of manual, you will give yourself a confidence that, okay, I'll take maybe 6 months or so, I'll study it on my own. But where will I practice the question? So that is why the requirement of practice question arises. But to have those 300 pages concise notes with you and the practice questions, it is a great combination to study, and solving just the practice questions is not enough. Knowing what the concepts are, knowing what will come in the exam, and having those examples in your mind. Okay, this is the concept, this is the example. Even if the question comes which is not from what I have studied, I will still be able to tackle it with confidence that okay, I know the concept, I know the examples, I can apply my mind, and I will be able to tackle the question smartly.
True.
So that is the tip I would give, that don't just focus on practice questions, keep your concepts clear. Having a basic understanding of the concept is utmost important.
Yeah, very. One more thing, in case you've been able to pass into CFE exam, maybe because of those practice questions, then but there is no sense of having that certification in
Correct,
hand
correct.
until unless you have that knowledge
You
in
having the
place.
knowledge, right?
Yeah, the moment I normally used to say, the moment you will be confronting an interviewer and he will be asking some basic question, then you would be blank. Then why did you pursue this course, right?
Right.
So you should have that sufficient knowledge, right? So Parag, the day you become CFE, the day you become CFE and you reach to your office, how was the overall experience, right? How
So
was the response
actually,
from your
yeah.
bosses and colleagues?
So I had not disclosed it to my office colleagues and to my boss that I was going to pursue this course. I had just told him that I am taking leave for my CA exams. So I called them and told that I have cleared CFE. So they were actually surprised and happily so, because they did not expect me to appear for CFE and clear it also. So it was a great thing from their end too. They also appreciated a lot. And they told me that it was a good decision that you cleared it, because some way or the other you had to do it, because in the field which I am, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, there will be a requirement of additional certification of courses. So
True.
having it done before CA is also very helpful. Basically, it
Okay.
was just better time utilization that I did on my part.
True, true. And the, having this time, otherwise, what we normally think, once the exams are over, for example, the person like you who are in the stage of clearing the C exams. So once
Correct,
the C
correct.
exams are all, they think that let's rest for 1.5 months, then
Right,
we'll
right.
see the result
That
and then
actually
we'll
happened with me.
restart the
So in
study.
the last attempt after appearing for the exams, I thought of giving CAP, but there was no push that okay, I'll start
There
today,
was.
I'll start tomorrow. That was the thought which came to my mind. But then after taking leave, I thought, okay, let's set a deadline for ourselves. And as it is, the CA exams are appearing. So I knew that I have this much time only with me and I have to complete it anyhow. I cannot give
Lovely.
any excuses to myself. So it was a push that helped me to clear in less period of time.
Right. So how much time, Parag, you have taken entire to complete this CFE?
I think I took around 40 days. It could have been lesser because of the technical issues that I faced. Had I not faced them, maybe in 30 days I would have been able to complete it. So I saw your lectures for around 10 days. In around 10 to 12 days, I was able to complete all the lectures, because as it is, I had
Oh,
taken leave. So I was not working. So whole day I was watching just the lectures. And then in next around 10 days, I completed my self-study. So I took around two revisions. First time while watching your lectures, I used to watch your lectures, then I used to self-study, and then I used to solve the practice question. So this method I followed for all the papers. And then after that, in second revision, I used to go through the concepts myself and try to test the practice question. So another thing which I did was I used to mark how much marks do I get in every module, because for every module you have practice questions and then you get your marks after completing the practice question. So I used to keep a notebook and I used to mark. Okay, in first revision I had scored, for example, 40 out of 50. In second revision I have to score more than that. And also for the difficult questions which I faced, or the questions which I was not able to clear, I also used to note it down. That okay, these are the concepts that I have to revise again. These are the concepts which I need to focus more. These are my weak points. So that helped me a lot.
बिल्कुल ठीक है. Very nice, Parag. And the strategy which you have followed is really a standard setter, I would say, for all of your fellow CFEs. Having the CA's exam and then completing the CFE in just hardly 30 to 40 days, and also scoring such a fantastic marks is really appreciated. Many congratulations, Parag, once again. And we
Thank you,
wish you
sir.
all the very best of luck for your upcoming CA exams and also for your growth in your professional and personal career. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
sir.
sparing your valuable time and joining this session, Parag.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Right. Thank you, dear. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.